Rule of Two podcast, a podcast about all things Star Wars. As always, I am your host, Sean, and I've got my trusty, dusty Sith partner in crime here with me, Aaron. What up, dude?
How's it going, man? It has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
We haven't released an episode since probably, August.
I honestly can't even remember, man.
It's been a while. Been pretty busy. We talked about last time I got engaged, and since then I've been
but nobody cares about that shit.
My work hours, and there's just a lot going on.
Yeah, also, man, you were working like what? You're working 2 jobs.
It was
to save
multiple hours.
To save up for your wedding. It was a lot. Sure. It's a lot. It's a lot of hours.
Multiple. It was fun, but we're back.
Fun or shitty?
Another thing is we also realized that Game of Thrones is a month away, so we had to binge watch that 3 times.
Had to rewatch the whole thing 3 times.
Yes,
in a row.
So, but anyway, we're back. We have a lot of content that we have ready to go for you guys.
We don't. We're just gonna fucking wing it.
But we do have.
Don't lie to the people, man. Don't lie to the people, okay?
God damn. A lot of ideas.
So I guess we're back then, huh?
Hopefully for good. We do have.
We're gonna do this on a more regular schedule now.
A relaunch. I would like to do more regular.
Yeah.
At least kind of more regular base episodes, right?
Yeah.
And then some more special episodes. I do like some of the more listened to podcasts have been the book reviews. So I would like to do those. Some books are in the pipeline. Get the Queen's Shadow coming up.
You mean like 10 people versus 12 people?
No, actually 50 versus 80.
Oh,
it's a pretty substantial difference.
I didn't even know 50 people listen to our podcasts.
Probably
That's
about
cool.
13 of those are me. So, it's okay.
Oh, it's individual listens. It's not unique.
Yeah, it's individual listens. So, I want to keep doing the book reviews. We do have...
What's coming up? What's the next book?
There's a new book out that I just bought. I forget what it's called, though. But there's that book. I can't remember what it's called. And then there is also... what's it called? The Queen's Shadow, which follows Queen Amidala. And then there's also Master and Apprentice, which follows Qui-Gon Jinn as the master of Obi-Wan Kenobi. They actually had a...
oh, that's sweet, man.
They had a sample out. That was pretty cool. That sounded great.
Do you remember when we were younger, there was like a short novel, and it was about Obi-Wan, and it was about how before he was Qui-Gon's apprentice, and how he met Qui-Gon. Do you remember that?
Was that
novel? It was like
one of those young adult novels.
Yeah. And it was like something like 30 pages or some shit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah, those novels were pretty fun. There was a whole series of them. I forget what it was called, but there was this one where Darth Vader's glove, it was like it survived the explosion of the second Death Star. And someone grabbed it and got special powers from it. It's kind of stupid now, but I remember that being a really awesome series of books there.
Sounds dumb, but maybe,
it does sound dumb now.
But when you're 12,
Yeah, it was great, and maybe that's
what else
why
we got
Star Wars
going on,
now.
man. What else is
so
happening?
We also have coming up in less than a month now something we'll be going to, something all Star Wars fans I think probably are looking forward to, and it's Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, the good old Star Seb, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking a little mini road trip. We've never been to Chicago. I've never been. I remember.
I remember Celebration 3.
Yeah, back in Indianapolis because it was really close.
Was it in Indianapolis?
Yes, one of them was. There was one in
2007 or
4, I think, 4 or 5.
4.
Yeah, I think it was for Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, because it came out in 2005.
Yeah,
I remember when that got announced and wanted to go so bad, but we were in high school and we were like, what,
feasible.
12, 13?
Probably at that time we were 14 or 15.
14 or 15?
Yeah. No, we were turning 16 that year, actually.
Not old enough to go to Indiana by ourselves, unfortunately.
Nope. But we are old enough now.
We fucking are.
Old enough now, almost.
Hell yeah.
And we're definitely going, and I can't wait. So what do we have? We have Friday passes.
We have Friday and Saturday passes, yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of content going. That is one thing we do want to talk about in multiple episodes, probably leading up to Celebration 1.
Oh, yeah, man.
I want to give a full episode dedicated to what we expect and
our expectations, and then what's going to happen afterwards. Yeah, we're taking the mic with us.
We're definitely going to record.
Going to be recording on site.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be, even able to interview John Boyega or Mark Hamill or something, Hey, look, we're the two podcast guys. You've heard of us, right?
It's good to have high expectations, Aaron.
I always do, yeah. So we also recently rewatched The Last Jedi in preparation for our reaction episode.
Wait, hold on. Let's back up to Celebration really quick. What are you most excited about? Just one thing. We don't have to dig into it now because we're going to do a lot of discussion around Celebration in the upcoming weeks. But one thing most excited about. What is it? Go.
Episode 9 trailer. Definitely episode 9 trailer. It's got to be. I just can't wait. But yeah, we'll get further into that in a future episode. And damn. It's going to be fun.
I can't believe it's so close.
We bumped this a long time ago.
So, an episode we've been meaning to do for a while, which you were just mentioning, is a reaction episode to...
Your favorite Star Wars movie.
My favorite fucking Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi. We didn't do it right when it came out. We wanted to let it sink in. We know
it's been out for over a year.
It's been almost a year and a half. So you got that to look forward to. The best... fucking Star Wars movie ever made.
So, and what else do we have in the pipeline?
Fucking bloodbath, man.
We also have what I'd like to call, a relaunch, maybe. It's just entirety of the podcast with some new logos. We have a friend of ours.
Since we've been lazy for so long,
we want to treat our 12 listeners to at least something nice to look at, because they're definitely not listening to anything nice.
Yeah, man, we've partnered up with a local artist, also a good friend of ours. He's extremely talented. We love his artwork. And
probably have him on the show every now and then. So
yeah, absolutely. Look forward to him being a guest on our show for sure. And he's made quite a bit of artwork for us, man.
Yeah,
we've gone through several drafts and revisions and all kinds of stuff, and we got new artwork for the website. We've got a new podcast logo. We got the works. It looks great. I'm super excited.
It's gonna be great. Well,
what else, man? Should we talk about what is happening out there in the world right now as far as Star Wars goes? Like, the big thing on my mind is obviously Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
Galaxy's Edge.
So tell me, what is Galaxy's Edge, Sean?
Well, Aaron, I'm glad you asked, because Galaxy's Edge is a completely immersive Star Wars theme park experience. And I can't tell you how pumped I am to put on a Star Wars costume and walk around this planet, this outpost that has been created completely from scratch.
Yeah.
And basically just live the world of Star Wars. We're not even going to know that we're not in Star Wars. And it's going to be fucking amazing.
Exactly. I think Disney recently told us the launch dates for both, because there are going to be two different theme parks. There's going to be the one in Disneyland, Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, and Galaxy's Edge at Disney World.
So for all the Neanderthals who've never been to either of them, which one is which? Land is in California, World is in Florida, right?
Correct. Okay. Yes. I think Disney World is the bigger one with multiple different lands, like Hollywood Studios, which is where Galaxy's Edge is going to be in.
That's a separate park, though, right? Is it
No. So there's like Hollywood Studios within. Then there's Universal Studios, which is separate. Is what you're thinking of?
That's what I'm thinking of. I got you.
So this will be in Hollywood Studios within. So Galaxy's Edge will be within Hollywood Studios inside of Disney World, and then also a Disneyland theme park. And according to their frequently asked questions on the website that they have up, which we'll link to in the show notes, they do say that both parks, the major attractions at both parks are going to be the same. So whether or not you can't make it to the one in Disneyland or the one in Disney World, then don't really fret, because you're not missing out on too much.
Don't fret. I don't think anyone's said that since 1975.
Hey, well, now we can reset that clock to 2019.
So what time frame are we talking about here for the Disneyland versus Disney World openings? It's coming up soon, right?
Exactly. There are two separate dates. The Disneyland is opening on May 31st, and Disney World will be opening August 29th. So if you have a trip planned or want to plan, one thing you do have to note is that the dates from May 31st to June 23rd are going to be reserved. So you have to get a spot, or else you won't be able to go in. In Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah.
They will not have reservation slots for Disney World. It's just they're going to open the fucking floodgates and let everybody jump in and
just fucking pile in riot style.
So, I always wanted to see what Galaxy's Edge looked like, packed shoulder to shoulder to somebody and not being able to move. It's going to be exciting.
Fuck that, dude. I'm not going when it first opens. Hell fucking no. You imagine, like, oh, yeah, let's go do this awesome Star Wars experience, and you can't even do anything or see anybody or talk to anybody because you can't even barely walk through the fucking crowd. I wonder if they'll have, like... I wonder if it's going to be, like, a section of the park will be the immersive part, or if it's going to be the whole park is immersive, and there's no... You know what I mean? Because if there's a sectioned off part, maybe they'll only let a few people in at a time. And then you have like an hour or 2 hours or whatever, and you can go walk around, and maybe there's gonna be like I don't know, like little scavenger hunts or like little missions and things you can do on, like depending on who you talk to, they tell you. Like, do you remember my wife went to South by Southwest and they did the immersive Westworld thing there, and like if you go up and like talk to like the quote unquote cast members, the people who work there, they'll like tell you clues about like, oh, if you go talk to this person, you'll find this thing. And wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
It would be. So that is actually one of the attractions. And from what I read from the blog posts and all that stuff, is that's essentially what's going to happen. There's going to be folks in costume and Star Wars, stormtroopers costume and all that. And
so wait, it's going to be an attraction then? So like you have to wait in line
I think
to do this thing?
From my understanding is that it's just going to be kind of the way that the park's going to be. But that does kind of go into how there's going to be two phases. The first phase is phase 1, and that's going to have the first
phase
attraction.
Phase 1 of what?
Phase 1 of the opening, of the launch of
For
Galaxy's
both?
Edge. For both, yes. So at launch, they will have the phase 1, which is the first attraction, which is Smuggler's Run, right?
Which is it's not the full size, because I've heard that the full size Millennium Falcon like walkthrough thing is different than Smuggler's Run, because Smuggler's Run it's only part of the Millennium Falcon.
Correct.
You basically sit in the cockpit. Everybody in the cockpit has like different tasks and stuff that they have to do to like get through whatever the mission is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's 3. So that you're right. There's going to be the full size Millennium Falcon that you can walk through, and
like everything too, right? It's all
like
the chambers, like the full
see
fucking thing.
Bed. Who knows how many beings and droids he entertained on that?
So much pussy juice all over that bed,
or
of
oil,
all colors,
depending on he might be in the droids,
whatever. Maybe Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's going to be a thing.
Pansexual? Was that the phrase?
Something like that. Yeah.
Like
fluid.
He's
fluid.
He's fluid, baby.
And that, so going back to what we talked about with the crowd sizes, I think that's going to be a problem, right? I mean, everybody's going to want to go there. But apparently they are assuring us that they have some sort of system in place where you won't have to wait in 3 to 4 hour long lines just to take pictures inside of a full-size Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
So
there were lots of promises around Fire Festival too, and look how that fucking turned out.
Disney's not being run by Ja Rule.
Well, that's a good point. It was Billy McFarland, not Ja Rule. Get your facts fucking straight, dude.
Not everybody knows who Billy McFarland is.
Well, they do now.
Well, they do now. All 12. No, Smuggler's Run is the interactive kind of augmented reality. So you've been to Disney World, right?
No.
Shit.
But what did I say at the end of this? For the Neanderthals who have never been to either of them.
You're just shitting on our audience.
No, I've never.
My bad.
I was...
So they have currently, and have had for a long time, like 20 years, this thing called Star Tours.
Oh, yeah. I've never been there. I've never been, but I know what that is.
And they had Anthony Daniels. They had him be involved in that. And it was, a cool little ride that moved, and it looked like you were in some sort of cockpit of, flying through space and dodging asteroids and shit.
Obviously, this is going to be a drastic
This
update.
is going to be so much better. This is at least what they promised us. It's apparently going to be so much better. And like you said, there are going to be different roles. There's 3 different roles. So there's going to be 2 each.
6 people.
So 6 people each. It's going to be a pilot, I think, a
pilot,
gunner.
Pilot/co-pilot.
Yeah.
And then 2 gunners and then 2 engineers, right?
Yeah. And each person's going to take on a different role. And depending on what they do, that alters the experience. So, in my opinion, I would like to ride that 3 different times.
3 fucking times.
Right?
Hell fucking
Definitely
yeah.
take over all different roles.
And I've also read that every switch, every button, every turning, dialing mechanism in the entire cockpit will be clickable and will do something different. And each one of those different roles is responsible for a different section of all those buttons and levers and levers and
I'm just going to go in there and push all the buttons.
Like that fucking annoying 2-year-old who pushes all the buttons in the fucking elevator when you're just trying to go to the top.
Yep, exactly like that.
Yep, that's going to be us, except it's going to be the Millennium Falcon.
Everybody's going to do it. We're not going to be the only one. So anyway,
all right, so that's
phase 1.
That's phase 1, and then phase 2 is the really exciting part, which is the fully immersive portion of it, which is going to be throughout the whole park. So the whole park's just going to be boring walking around it otherwise before phase 2.
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to have, characters walking around, but
it's not going to be like...
They didn't really have a whole lot of details. They're just calling it Star Wars: The Rise of the Resistance, and it's supposed to take place between the two.
The Rise of the Resistance is the immersive.
Correct.
Thing, right? Okay.
And there's a quote from the blog post that said it's going to be, quote, one of the most advanced and immersive experiences Disneyland has ever, or Disney has undertaken. And that's...
Dude, you're going to make me cry. I'm so fucking excited about this.
I'm so fucking amped about it. It's at least nice that we'll be able to immerse ourselves in a Star Wars story in person, since we can't do that in video games yet. But at least we can do it in person. That's great.
So that's fully immersive thing. Is it? I'm just trying to like picture it from like from the time you get there till the time you leave. I hope you get there and there's some sort of like staging area where you're like walking through like the hallways of like a transporter or something like that, and you're like you go into like a barracks and you like get dressed up in your Star Wars stuff, and then they fucking take you through the corridors and open the blast door, and you're like go through like some sort of like landing experience where like the thing shakes and there's light, and then it opens the door and then you're on this planet in this outpost. That'd be pretty sick. And that's how you like get into the park.
They didn't really give any details about this, but I do remember reading about how they had patented or did something with where it kind of gave hints at a hotel that was gonna be built that was going to essentially not have any windows, that all the windows looking out were going to be space and stuff like that, and then all the workers were going to be in character, and you would be able to dress in Star Wars gear. So I hope that is, and maybe that's why it's taking so long, because they did say that phase 2 is going to happen later this year. They didn't give a date.
And phase 2, so phase 1's not going to include the hotel that they're going to be doing.
It doesn't sound like it. Yeah.
Oh, because that's the next thing I wanted to get to, because I've seen pictures of this fucking place, and holy shit,
it looks cool. It looks amazing.
It looks like a set,
like you're actually in a spaceship. So unless they changed it and I missed it, I hope they have more details to come about that, because I absolutely can't wait.
Okay, so one more time. Disneyland in May
31st.
May 31st. Disney World in August
29th.
And that's phase 1 for both.
Correct. Yep.
Do we know when phase 2 is going to happen? Because that's
all they said was later this year.
That's the one I want to hold out for.
No,
to be honest.
All they said is later this year. So one thing that we forgot to talk about was the background around what this place is.
Because it's a new planet. They've created
sort
it,
of.
right?
Yeah,
is it not like a...
I mean, I would imagine what they did is had something in mind for this and start sprinkling it in, because this place is an outpost on the planet Batu, and it's Batu.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because we talked about Batu in the second Thrawn book. That is the planet that... So if you remember, Thrawn...
Yes.
Was...
No, who?
No, sorry, not Thrawn itself.
Who's Thrawn?
Thrawn Alliances. Remember that book? So what had happened was Leia... It was 2 timelines, right? It was Anakin and Thrawn, and Vader and Thrawn, right? And Palpatine sent them on a test, essentially, to kind of go through their past and test Thrawn's allegiances. I'm actually really surprised I remember the details like that because I usually, as you can attest to, my memory is shit. But anyway, so he was testing their allegiances.
It's all those drugs, man.
Too many ibuprofens and Tylenol. And so he was testing Vader's past, against him and Thrawn's allegiances. So it followed Leia. Leia went to the Outer Rim to find somebody that she was looking for. It didn't tell Anakin exactly where he was going. Just he was going somewhere and to look for this person. And she found them on the planet Batu. And then she was taken, and Anakin left, and he found Thrawn there because he got all screwed up out there.
And then Thrawn
and they went to Batu together, and then they found another planet. Blah blah blah. And then later on, they kind of do the same thing. They go back through their footsteps, sort of, to Batu. Yeah. Right.
But what's the name of the outpost in Gal? Because the name isn't. Because I don't remember seeing the word Batu. Maybe I skipped over it. But like it's at something outpost. It's like a new. I want to say it started with like a B, maybe.
Well, B is the.
Well, I know that's planet, but I still. That sounds familiar. I mean, maybe I'm just blowing shit out my ass.
I don't remember. Black Spire.
Thank you.
Black Spire Outpost.
Black Spire. See, I was right. It starts with a fucking B.
Did. Yeah, you're true.
You fucking...
Black Spire. So, and then they're also setting up a series of comic books, and they're gonna have they're gonna have a series of comic books and a novel, but the novel wasn't supposed to come out until September, but that was before. They essentially upped the release dates because it was supposed to be fall for both, as far as I knew. And they pushed it up
because of the super high excitement and demand, right?
Yeah, they can't.
So there's also going to be that cantina. It's like traditional like Star Wars cantinas and stuff. Yeah, is that going to be part of Phase 1?
Yes, yeah. So the park itself is literally is including Phase 1.
It's literally just the immersive, the rise
experience.
What the fuck is it? Rise of
the Resistance.
The Rise of the Resistance. That's the only thing that's going to be in Phase 2.
Correct. As far as I know, they didn't really give any details, so it's hard to say exactly what it is and what it's going to be.
Fuckers, need details, man. God damn it.
So there's gonna be multiple dining locations so that you can get blue milk and green milk, which you can feature in Sean's favorite Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi.
My favorite Star Wars movie ever.
And then
it's just so good. I don't even know what to say.
I'm looking the most forward to is the bar. Actually, not the most forward to. One of the most things I'm looking forward to is the bar that they have, where they're gonna have Star Wars themed cocktails. Yeah, a cantina, and it's gonna have live music. And you can
the Cantina band.
Okay, shut up.
Exactly. Come on, dude. This is a Star Wars podcast.
I know.
Fucking words right.
And then there's also going to be a lot of different things in terms of like getting shopping and buying things to take home, collectibles and stuff like that. So they are going to have, I think it's, what is it called? Savi's Workshop, which is going to be where you go in and build your own lightsaber.
You can build your own lightsaber?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what it's going to be like exactly, but you can build your own lightsaber. I'm super pumped. I hope it's like metal and not those shitty.
That's what I was just going to ask. Is it going to be like FX lightsaber quality of fucking lightsabers?
If so, I'm going for sure.
I don't care how much it is. I will fucking pay any amount of money.
And then also to ship it home somehow, because can we take a
full sized?
Yeah.
Well, maybe honestly, I want the blade part.
So they did in the blog post. They did say to bring it to life with the power of a kyber crystal. So I don't know. Maybe it would be cool to insert something and see it come down like an actual FX lightsaber.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen those videos of like people who do that, who like build their own custom FX lightsabers, and literally the color changes based on the crystal that they put.
Really?
Into the
no,
light.
I've not seen that.
Never seen those? Like they have like little. It's obviously like little colored rocks.
Yeah.
But it's just a light that shoots through it. When they put the different colors in, it literally colors the lightsaber differently. I'm like, I need one of those, but they look like they're expensive.
So, in kind of light of what they said about the immersive aspect of Phase 2 and the Rise of the Resistance, is that they said in the blog post, and this is a direct quote, it said, "You must protect the shop's secrecy to avoid being detected by the First Order."
What? What does that mean?
So, I don't know. but that's in the blog post. So that it's very story driven.
It's seriously gonna be like so immersive. It's not even fucking funny.
It might be a hidden place or something like that. I don't know. It's apparently a secret to the First Order. They don't want the First Order finding out about them. So that's pretty awesome. But there are going to be multiple paths you can take. There are, the Peace and Justice path, which allows you to essentially do Republic era lightsaber designs.
Oh my gosh.
The Power and Control path, which is remnants of the Sith homeworld, is what they said. So
shit.
That's pretty fucking cool. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Totally.
Fuck those other ones.
Yeah. Elemental nature.
So are these things that you like pay for and you get the different?
They really didn't give any more details than this,
Jesus
other than
Christ.
what you can do in the different paths. And yeah,
I have a boner right now, man.
Well, I thought you did by the look of it for the whole episode.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, so in like normal theme parks, when like one of the staff comes up to you and says, "Hey, stop! What are you doing?" And you have to be like, nothing. Like, what? I didn't do anything. You have to like stay, right? Or you also get in trouble. But in this park, it's completely immersive. So fucking Stormtrooper comes up to me and says, "Hey, you, stop there." I'm going to fucking run.
Run away like Ezra Bridger does.
Exactly.
Every time he sees.
Exactly. Like you can't just,
No,
run. You just run. You just fucking run away from the Empire. Like, or the Resistance or whatever.
You know that even if they had real guns, they wouldn't be able to hit you anyway.
Exactly, dude.
So,
exactly. It's like a weird thing. Like you don't like. What if you're actually being reprimanded for doing something stupid?
But like,
you won't know the difference.
I'm gonna take a step back. What if you like? What theme parks do you go to where people just come up to you and be like, "Hey, you stop there"?
Well, I mean, I'm saying like if you're doing something stupid or vandalizing something in a park, or you're like jumping off of the. I don't know, something you shouldn't be jumping off of. I don't fucking know, dude.
Maybe that was something they didn't tell us, is that the guns that they have actually shoots out tasers, and you really should be on your best behavior when you go to Galaxy's Edge.
But everyone's gonna be in character, so how do you know when they take their helmets off they're like, "Listen here, you little son of a bitch."
And that was something also kind of lending to that immersive. See, that's what I don't understand, because some of the way that they describe certain places that you go to, like the Sith lightsaber store, or the lightsaber store, or the cantina, which I think is called Orga's Cantina, where they describe that as,
so there's one fucking cantina for all of the thousands of people who are going to be in this park.
Well,
is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Well, there's going to be a cantina, and then there's going to be, that's more adult oriented from my understanding, but I think people can go in there. It's going to be like different stands going in.
You know what I just thought about?
Food places.
There's going to be a bunch of fucking annoying little kids ruining the immersive experience for everybody, dude.
Knock them the fuck out of the way.
Oh,
I'm not advocating for child violence, but
these kinds of things should be like age restricted. Like you have to be above 12 years old or some shit. I don't know, or maybe 10.
But when did you first start liking Star Wars? When you're like 9?
Okay,
something like that, right?
Okay. I don't know what age it is, but there's an age. There's gonna be people bringing their fucking babies. They're gonna be screaming. There's gonna be people who are bringing their 2-year-olds who's whining about wanting to go home. I don't need that shit when I'm trying to fucking fend off a horde of resistance stormtroopers. Okay.
What if they had an actual area where it was like laser tag with stormtroopers?
That'd be dope as fuck. And they had special lightsabers with like sensors in them. So if you like it could detect like if you hit one of the lasers that are coming at you, it would like fucking know to like deflect it, quote unquote. That would be sick. And not even that hard to do, I don't think. It makes sense in my mind, but
yeah.
I don't fucking know. Sounds sweet.
Other than that, there's going to be shops throughout the place, stands, and also I know that there's a toy store and some other like kind of more specific memorabilia that you can buy, and apparently they're going to shift and change throughout the year, so you got to go.
I gotta save up. I gotta save up so much money when we go there, man.
I do work from home, so I might as well just move to Orlando or LA and just go
all the fucking time.
I mean, I can get them for free, so like I don't know about.
Is there a limit to like how many times you can go per year?
I don't think so.
Or per week, or per day?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You can just get in for free all the fucking time.
It's a main entry pass.
Why can you get in for free?
Because I work for Disney. All right. All opinions are my own and do not reflect the opinions of my employer. I think I have to say that legally.
I was gonna say, are you allowed to say you work for Disney?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that,
Yeah.
As long as you say that little disclaimer there, I guess it's probably okay,
Yeah,
right?
they can't sue me now, right?
Well, what the fuck would they sue you for? You don't have anything for them to take.
This podcast, right? This is all I have now. My job and this podcast.
We've been talking a lot about this fucking theme park. What else? What else do we have to talk about, man?
I mean, I think that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of things left to talk about with that.
Oh, we're done? All right. See you guys.
Peace.